If you're wondering which mini drones are worth your money, stick around. After we run through each product, I'll give you my personal take. Would I buy it or would I skip it? No fluff, just my honest opinion. Let's get into it. Hubsan Xeno Mini Pro Refined. This thing promises 15 kilometers of range and 40 minutes of flight time, which sounds amazing until you realize it weighs exactly 249 grams and costs around $600 for what's basically a carbon fiber wrapped disappointment. The camera shoots 4 kHz at 30 frames per second with a 48 megapixel sensor. But good luck getting stable footage when this thing gets tossed around like a paper airplane in anything stronger than a gentle breeze. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's got decent specs on paper, but feels like paying premium prices for a drone that's trying way too hard to compete with DJI Mini4 At least DJI knows how to make a proper beginner drone that doesn't require you to sell a kidney. Weighing in at 246 grams with actual 4 kHz video that doesn't look like it was filmed through a potato. The battery gives you 31 minutes of flight time, which is basically double what most of these mini drones offer. But don't expect any fancy obstacle avoidance because apparently that feature costs extra. Would I buy it? Yes, it's the sweet spot between price and performance without the usual DJI tax that makes your wallet cry. DJI Flip. This vlogging-focused drone can be controlled without a remote using just your phone, which is perfect for content creators who want to look like they're talking to themselves in public while a noisy machine hovers overhead. It promises 31 minutes of flight time, but realistically gives you around 21 to 25 minutes, and the propeller guards make it more susceptible to wind than a drunk person trying to walk straight. Would I buy it? No. Paying premium prices for a drone that's basically designed for people who think talking to a camera while a helicopter buzzes around them is peak content creation. DJI Neo. For $200, you get a tiny 135-gram drone that can take off from your hand and follow you around like an overly attached ex. But the battery dies faster than my motivation on Monday mornings at just 15 minutes. The 4 kHz video quality is decent for the price, but this thing is louder than a blender full of marbles and will have every dog in the neighborhood losing their minds. Would I buy it? Yes, it's cheap enough that when you inevitably crash it into a tree, you won't need therapy to get over the financial loss. Rise Tello. This 87-gram toy drone has been around since 2018 and still manages to hover more precisely than most people can parallel park, thanks to its vision positioning system that works better indoors than my dating life. The downside is it shoots video at 720 pixels, which makes everything look like it was filmed on a calculator, and any breeze stronger than someone breathing heavily will send this thing flying like a plastic bag. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's perfect for learning to fly without breaking the bank, but the video quality is so bad you'll feel like you're watching footage from the early 2000s. Potentic Atom 2. This little beast packs a 1.2-inch sensor that shoots 4K at 30 frames per second and 48 megapixel photos, making it basically the overachiever of the sub-250-gram drone world. The downside is that it can't shoot those fancy 48 megapixel photos in RAW format. So, your post-processing dreams are about as limited as my patience with slow internet. Would I buy it? Yes, because getting DJI-level features without selling a kidney is basically winning the lottery. DJI Mini3. The Mini3 is like that reliable friend who shows up to every party but never brings the good snacks. It shoots decent 4K at 30 frames per second and weighs just 248 grams, but completely ditched collision avoidance like it's 2015. Plus, it maxes out at 12 megapixel photos, while its fancier sibling, the Mini3 Pro, can do 48 megapixels with the same damn sensor, which is basically DJI trolling us. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's solid, but feels like buying a sports car with the turbo engine removed just to save a few bucks. Potentic Atom. The original Atom is basically the scrappy underdog that punches way above its weight class with 4K video, 3-axis gimbal stabilization, and subject tracking that actually works without breaking the bank. The reality check comes when you realize it has no obstacle avoidance, so flying near trees is like playing Russian roulette with expensive electronics. Would I buy it? Yes. It's like getting a BMW for Honda Civic money. Just don't expect it to park itself. Holy Stone HS210. This little plastic fantastic weighs next to nothing and feels like it could break if you sneeze on it, but somehow it's actually pretty sturdy and perfect for learning to fly without destroying your entire house. The battery connectors are so tiny and fiddly that you'll need tweezers and the patience of a saint to swap them out. Plus, each battery lasts about as long as a TikTok video before dying. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's great for kids who want to learn drone basics without you having a heart attack about the price tag. Feiyu Mini3. This bad boy shoots 4K at 60 frames per second and has more automated flight modes than a NASA mission, making it the overachiever of the mini drone world. The image quality isn't going to win any photography awards and sometimes looks more processed than a McDonald's burger, but hey, at least it flies faster than its DJI competitors at 18 meters per second. Would I buy it? Yes. It's packed with features that actually work and won't make you feel like you wasted your money on a flying paperweight. Holy Stone, Sirius HS900. This is the drone that finally made me respect the Holy Stone brand. It's got a 3-axis gimbal, 4K camera, and can handle level 5 winds like a champ, basically making all their previous drones look like flying garbage. At $330, it's trying to compete with the big boys, but the white balance is more inconsistent than my motivation to exercise, and you'll need to update firmware more often than your Instagram stories. Would I buy it? Yes. It's Holy Stone's redemption arc in drone form and actually delivers on its promises without making you feel like a sucker. Potenti Atom SE. This lightweight champion comes with 2 batteries and a carry case, making it the most generous package deal since Costco started selling everything in bulk. The camera uses electronic stabilization instead of a proper gimbal, so your footage might look like it was shot during an earthquake, and the batteries take longer to charge than it takes to binge watch a Netflix series. Would I buy it? No. While the bundle is nice, I'd rather spend a bit more for actual gimbal stabilization than deal with shaky footage that makes viewers seasick. Autel Robotics EVO Nano. Plus, this little guy promises 28 minutes of flight time, but let's be real, you'll get about 25 minutes before it starts crying for a charge like a toddler past bedtime. The obstacle detection is so paranoid it thinks sunlight is an enemy and will randomly slow down at 300 feet because apparently the sun is too bright for its delicate sensors. Would I buy it? Maybe. It's quieter than DJI's offerings and flies smoother, but the wind resistance is weaker than my willpower at a donut shop. Holy Stone HS720E. This budget beast comes with GPS and electronic image stabilization, which is fancy talk for it won't shake like a chihuahua in a thunderstorm when you're trying to get that perfect shot. The downside is that it's basically the participation trophy of drones. It does everything okay, but nothing spectacularly. Like that friend who's decent at every video game but never wins. Would I buy it? No. While it has all the basic features you need, it's the drone equivalent of vanilla ice cream when there are way more exciting flavors available. DJI Mini4 Pro. This 249-gram powerhouse shoots 4K at 100 frames per second and has omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, making it the overachiever of the mini drone world. The catch is that its low-light performance is more disappointing than finding out your favorite restaurant is closed. And if you use the extended battery, it becomes too heavy for no registration flying. Would I buy it? Yes. Despite being an incremental upgrade that feels like getting the same iPhone with a slightly better camera, it's still the best mini drone you can buy without needing a pilot's license. Thanks for watching. I hope this video helped you pick the mini drones for you. If you have any questions, drop a comment below. Links to all of these products mentioned in this video will be in the description.